Let's talk recruiting in the state of Louisiana. In last year's 2024 recruiting class, 9 of the top 10 recruits from the state signed with the home state LSU Tigers. In this video, we're going to see where the top players in the state of Louisiana signed in the 2025 cycle. But before we get going, guys, do me a favor real quick. Smash that subscribe button. This is the best recruiting channel on all of YouTube, and you're watching it right now, so you might as well hit subscribe for me. All right. Let's take a look here at the number 1 player in the state of Louisiana in the 2025 cycle. It's Jakeem Stewart, and he's headed to USC. Number 3 defensive lineman in America out of New Orleans, Edna Carr High School. Number 16 overall, and he had a wild recruitment from the reclassification to the official visits. I always thought it was going to be LSU. I thought Jakeem Stewart, although he was taking all those trips, I thought he was going to stay home. But Ohio State, Oregon, and especially USC made it really hard for the in-state Tigers, and ultimately it was USC that landed him. So we moved to number 2, Harlem Barry, committed to LSU, number 1 running back in the country, part of a collection of number 1s that LSU had. Remember, they had a collection of number 1s. You had DeCorian Moore, Bryce Underwood, along with Harlem Barry, and who would have thought Harlem Barry, though, would be the only number 1 to end up signing with LSU, number 1 in his position. But Barry goes 5'10", 182 pounds, and I think he's an instant impact type back once he arrives in Baton Rouge. All right, at number 3, we got interior offensive lineman Devin Harper. He signs with Ole Miss. Out of Shreveport, Louisiana, 6'4", 300-pound, just an absolute people mover in the middle. Number 5 ranked interior offensive lineman in the country. He's heading to Oxford. At number 4, JT Lindsay, another top 10 running back, headed to LSU. He's the 4th best player in the state. He checks in at number 9 at the position. He's from Alexandria High School. LSU loading up on those in-state running backs. At number 5, another running back, James Simon. And now every running back in Louisiana can't sign with LSU. James Simon to Texas. Remember, Simon committed to Texas right here in Nashville. Let's play it. Look at the excitement on our faces when James Simon makes the announcement from the top of the W Hotel in downtown Nashville. An exciting ceremony that was. Simon is from Shreveport, ranked as the number 10 back in the country, the number 5 player in the state. At number 6, we got cornerback Aiden Andy, and he signed with LSU. Big considering the late flip from cornerback Cade Phillips. I'd say Texas was probably the biggest concern. Miami also got involved in Aiden Andy, but in the end, it was a big win for LSU to keep the top DB in the state at home. At number 7, we got Jabari Antoine. He was committed to LSU early on, but he decommitted in the summer, and he signs with Miami. Another one that committed right here on the On3 Recruits channel. Antoine, it was really, he decommitted. I'd say there was 5 or 6 weeks where he was weighing things out, and LSU, even though he decommitted, was heavily in the picture. I think it was really LSU or Miami in the end, but Antoine wanted to leave the state, and he's a Cane. All right, at number 8, we got wide receiver Jacob Washington, and he is headed to Michigan. The number 25 ranked wide receiver in the country. He goes 6'3", 180, really good size out of New Orleans, Archbishop Shaw. Committed to Michigan end of June, and really, that was it for him. Jacob Washington, a quiet recruitment, and he's a Wolverine. At number 9, we got Teron Francis, and he's a Tiger. From Edna Carr High School in New Orleans, big old frame at 6'1", 200, 28th best wide receiver in America. Now, he committed to LSU in October of 2023, so over a year committed. We didn't really hear much. LSU was the first to offer. It was his only commitment, and that's why he's a Tiger. At number 10, we got Jacob Bradford, and he too is an LSU Tiger from Baton Rouge, but an early commitment to Houston. Now, his younger brother, Blaine Bradford, is the number 1 safety in America. Meanwhile, in July, LSU offered Jacob, got things rolling. LSU had to recruit him for a few months while he was committed to Houston, but in October, Jacob and his brother Blaine committed to LSU. So let's recap it. Remember, in last year's 2024 cycle, 9 of the top 10 recruits in the state signed with LSU. Number took a bit of a dip this year in 2025, but 5 of the top 10 for the Bayou State still signed with the Tigers. What do you guys think? Why did we see more top 10 players leave the state this year? Also, Who do you think is going to be the best college football player from this group? Like, when we look back, say 4 to 5 years, who are we going to say, oh yeah, he was the best of that bunch? Let me know. Comment section below.